Hey guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com and welcome to my kitchen. Before we start this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, like, share, and subscribe. And the ways you can help me out the most besides subscribing is watch the videos all the way through and leave a comment on every single video. YouTube will actually send me to potential subscribers for videos that have long watch times and lots of comments. So for example, if I do an 8-minute video and you watch all 8 minutes and leave a comment below, that video may have 500 views, but it has 200 comments. YouTube sees that. Next thing I know, that video has 30,000 views because it sends it out to all these people because there was a long watch time and a lot of comments. So thanks for helping me out. Appreciate it. So a snag for real estate school. I don't know which video is gonna hit first. So if you were coming off the street and wanted a real estate license, and most states are like this, and this is what New Jersey is, you need 75 hours of school. And then you have to pass a school test. Once you pass the school test, you're automatically uploaded to a testing center to pass the state test. I've finished school. I did the school test, which I thought was easy, and I've taken the real test, the state test before, years ago when I got my real estate license, so I know the state test is much harder. And what happened is, so if you were off the street, never had a real estate license before, you take the 75 hours, pass your school test, go right away to take the state test. And they tell you to take it like the next day because the school test is fresh in your mind. You just had 75 hours. You'll never know the stuff as good as you know it. If a week goes by or 2 weeks goes by, unless you're studying 8 hours a day like you were when you were in school, you're going to forget some stuff. So that was my plan. We finished school. We had a couple snow days here because we had like 3 nor'easters in 11 days. And we had, we had 2 feet of snow here total. So school was closed for a couple days. So I took my test last Friday, or one of the Fridays, depending when you see this video. And I wanted to take the school test Saturday. I don't even know if they're open Saturday, but that's when I would take it. If not, I would take it Monday, so it's fresh in my mind. The problem is, since I already have a real estate license, I only needed 30 hours of class instead of 75. But realistically, to pass a 4-hour state test, I took the whole 75 because I don't think, I've forgotten half this stuff because it's really geared for residential and listings and stuff. It's not geared for commercial. Out of the 30-something chapters in this 600-page book, maybe 2 of them were on stuff that I did, leasing, asset management, property management, that kind of stuff. So everybody in my class that passed the test, and I assume most of them, if not all of them, passed the school test, uploaded and took a state test right away, like within the next day or 2. So I'm already a week out of school, maybe 2 weeks when you're seeing this, and I still can't take the test because I already have a real estate license. And this is basically, I need only the 30 hours because I missed the continuing education credits. So my old job didn't require a real estate license. So what I did is I put my license that I got years ago in referral form. You just hang it in a real estate office, you pay the fee to keep it in referral status, and continuing education doesn't apply until you activate it. And you only need to activate it essentially if you're going to act as a real estate salesperson, brokering a transaction, and broker's not a good word to use because that's a different term, between like a buyer and a seller. So when you work for a landlord and you only show the landlord's buildings, you're not an agent for the landlord, you're an employee of a landlord, and that's why you don't need to use an active license. But most of the landlords want you to know what you're doing, so they require you have one. You just keep it in referral status. Unless they're a broker, then you can keep it there, but they weren't a broker. So I only need half the credits of everybody else. I took the school test. I got 100 on the school test, and obviously it helps that I'm in the real estate business, so it's easier for me to learn the concepts or what I've forgotten all these years, because once you pass the test, you never use half this stuff again. So it was easier for me where it would ring a bell, to the average person. So if the average person, you need 77 to pass at my school, and the average person probably got an 80 or 78, because the state test is a 70 to pass. So they want you to get at least 7 or 8 points higher on the school test because the state test is harder. There'll be more stress. It's 4 hours instead of 2 hours, all that other stuff. So I've been sitting home a week, and I'm desperate to take one of these jobs to start work, and I can't take my state test because I had to take the 30 hours and the state had to approve me. I actually need the state to approve me to take the state test, which is ridiculous. So I've been doing real estate for 18 years, commercial real estate for 18 years. I had a real estate license the whole 18 years. I took 75 hours of school when I was only required to take 30. I got 100 on the school test, but I can't get anybody at the state to call me back to take the state exam. So all my classmates probably already passed their state exam and they're working at their jobs. I'm still sitting home, 6 months into getting laid off, because I can't get a call back from the state for them to give me permission to take the state test, which is ridiculous. So I'm venting here. There was some person I was dealing with there, and I won't mention any names, who's now on vacation for a week. So I got to wait till next week till hopefully something will happen. I'm leaving messages on that licensing commission for somebody to call me back. Nobody's called me back. And I don't know what to do. So now I'm unemployed for a couple more weeks with no income because I can't get a call from the commission for permission to take the test. And I already have a real estate license. I'm just taking the test because I switched jobs and all that continuing education came into play. So what happened is New Jersey was one of the last states to do continuing education. And what happened is they started that in 2013. And if you didn't take it within like a couple years, you would have to go take the test again and take all these hours. And that's what happened to me, because my old job didn't require the continuing education or any landlord job that you take. So the problem is if I stayed at my old job, I would never have to take those tests. So the problem is I got laid off. Now I'm looking to get a salesperson's job, and that triggered that education. The problem is I missed that window because the window started from 2013 and now it's 2018. So believe it or not, my continuing education credits expired last year when I got laid off, so I wasn't able to do anything. But now I'm in a holding pattern. The problem is, I keep doing this book all day long and taking the test, so it's fresh in my mind. So what's going to happen is, if it takes a couple weeks to get an approval to take the test, I'm going to forget half the stuff I learned in class. So I took 75 hours of classroom, not counting 3 or 4 hours a night of homework, and doing this 8 hours a day on the weekend to make sure I pass the test, because that's the only way I can get a job. And now I'm stuck because the system doesn't allow me to go in there without somebody from the state approving me, which is ridiculous. I had my license 18 years, and I can't work now because I can't get somebody to call me back. So it's extremely frustrating. And this 1 week can turn into 2 weeks. If you're seeing this video, it's already a week, and no callbacks. And what am I going to do? This is ridiculous. They should have just said 30 hours of continuing education. You'll have to take the test again. If you really want to make me take the test again, fine. Then approve me and allow me to take the test. So this is ridiculous. Off the street, you would have your real estate license quicker than somebody who has 18 years experience, who's not allowed to do real estate until he passes test again. And nobody will call me back to give me the permission to take the test. I still have to pass it and get a 70 on it, but I can't even get any feedback from somebody to actually, even with permission to take the test, that I have to pay $45 to take it at a testing center. So that's kind of where I am now. I'm in limbo. So I'll just keep calling them every day. I'm even calling the teacher from my course to see if she knows somebody there that can help me. When this person gets back from vacation next week, I'm sure they're going to have a million other things to do, and I'm not going to be a priority. So I'm starting to think now that I might be sitting home another couple weeks. And the problem with that is all the stuff that I learned in class is not going to be as fresh in my mind as it is now. And the last thing I need to do is fail the test and now not get one of these jobs. So nothing is easy. There's always there's everything going wrong possibly. I just want to work. That's all I want to do. I just want to get a chance at a job for a paycheck. That's all I want to do. And it's just like every single thing is going wrong. But I guess head up and keep pushing forward. There's nothing I can do but keep fighting, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, so the way you can help me out is hit the subscribe button. Remember to like and share. And most important, YouTube will actually grow my channel if I have high watch times and lots of comments. So if this is a 10-minute video, you watch the whole 10 minutes, and now you leave a comment below. Even if it only gets 500 views, YouTube sees 300 comments. The next thing you know, this video will have 50,000 views because it will keep getting pushed out to potential subscribers. So thanks again for your help, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully I'll have better news next time. Take care, guys.